on. Right, so I've printed me things out. So I've got my jockey wheel. I've drawn in the little razors here to raise them up a bit, because obviously the pins stick through. I may have to sort of trim these down a bit, because I've used the same size razor here. This one it's got nothing on this side of the board, so I didn't have to go too high. What I did is I set my screws are 6mm long, so I've set it so my screws just finish flush, which set the size of this, and I've used the same one here, but here I may just have to trim some of these pins down, cut them down so it sits in there, that's all. Not an issue, just get the clippers out and clip them down. I want to, right, so I've designed this jockey wheel, so what we've got is a bit of plastic on this side. It's got like a ball, a bit of plastic, and it fits into this hole here. So I haven't actually made a spindle, I mean that is actually pushed in there, but what I've done is I've put a notch here. So the only way these two sides are held together is by this piece in the middle. So if I don't put this bearing in, what should happen is, if we squeeze this and close that gap up, this should spread apart enough for this bearing to fit in there. Let's see if that works, shall we? And again, for this side, what I've done is I have two sizes of these screws. I have 6mm long and 10mm. So here I'm using the two 10mm. So my bracket here now, instead of the screws coming down from the top and tying in, I've made the holes bigger in this bracket. There's the bracket. So screws go straight through and screw into this piece, and they clamp everything together in between. So yeah, so that's what should be happening there. I'll hold this place and allow me to adjust it this much on this slotted hole. The hole, and the motor should fit on there. So let's see if all that works, shall we? I'll get rid of that. And right, so let's start with a jockey wheel. So you can see that it's only connected here. They've got a gap here, and I've got I'll just check that we're in focus there. Yeah, I don't know if you can see that, but we've got like little half semi-domed, semi-sphere type blobs there. So like I said, this bearing won't fit in there, but because I've put a gap at this side, if I squeeze that so that we close that gap there, we should now be able to get that bearing in there, and it sits in there, and then we can get it in and close this side up. Just get it in place. Yeah, so now it's in, and it's held by the domes, and we keep it close to get that closed. And what we can do is we can shove the other bearing in the top, and that should just click into place there. Straighten it up. There. So that is now held in place in the top bit, and that stops this from opening up, and this can't fall out anymore now that's in there. So let's just add the spacer. The right one. Drilled one of these out to be 3mm. Let's be that one. Yes, that one. So put the spacer on, and then that should just fit in there. Not that one. In this side, like so. washer on. And we want a nut. Stick a nut on there. If I hold it flat like that and turn that one in, work. Right, and what I've done is I've used a self-locking nut there. So give me a little spanner and screwdriver. So if we just hold that nut, we should be able to just... It's a bit long as a screw, like. You can use a shorter screw, but we need to wind it all the way down now. Spanner on there, nut. It winds down. Doing there. Yeah, we're nearly there, I think. There we go. Yeah, that's tight enough. So yeah, so that should just spin freely around like that, and then it should roll on the roller. So let's just move that out of the way. There, that's it. Oh, there we go, look. Let's just see if we can spin it around somewhere where you can see the jockey wheel. Can you see the jockey wheel? There, it's doing its job. Yeah, like that. And that makes it really, it's really free as this now to move around. You can put some weight on it. Yep, so yeah, there we go. One free roaming thing. So the next step is so these make up the clamps. What I do is I have a small jeweler's drill here, and I always drill these out. These I drill out to, what did I say that size that is? I forget. Yeah, that was it. It's I think it's 1.2 millimeters. I want a hole there, so I find it best to just sort of just run the drill through, just to make sure that the screws screw in okay. And these want to be 2 mil. Let me just dig out me chocolate drill bits, and yeah, I want the 2 mil. I've had to regrind that. Like I said, they're not ground very well, and they're made of chocolate. But like I say, I'm only using them to cut through plastic, and I'm not actually making them drill through plastic. I'm just reaming them to make sure that we've got like a 2 mil hole in there, just so the screw goes through nice and easily. The screws are 1.7, by the way. I have two types, 1.7. They're both 1.7 self taps. And I have a box full of 6 mil long and a box full of 10 mil long. And I find that does all my plastic screwing together stuff. And even the hardboard. You know, if you want a stronger joint, just stick more screws in. Simple as that. And that way you just stick with the same amount of screws and, well, same size screws. Keeps the sizes simple. Let's get rid of these chocolate drill bits. Right, so in theory, so I've got my 10mm, so that's going to go through there, of them, like that. Main shot, no, my box. Going to go through there like that, and then they will fit in there like that. Then they can slide like that. These will then sit on there like that, and then this one will sit on the inside there like that. So let's see if I can get them in there. Right, yeah, all fall apart. Change that, I don't need that anymore. And I need this one though. Well, actually, I'll use this one. Right, so that's going to go like that. Get it somewhere like right. That's going to go on there. Go through that hole there. It says. Let's see if that's going to screw into anything. Oh yeah, I think I've caught the hole. Yeah, let's try the other one. Oh yeah, I've caught the hole there. That was a stroke of luck. So we'll just tighten it down. And then tighten this one down. And what I'll do is I'll just back off a touch. So that, right, yeah, so that moves back and forth like that. Can you see? I can move it forward and I can move it back like that. So we'll do the same on the other side. So that's going to go in there. That. To hold it in place. Says, right, we've got the holes lined up. We need some screws in there. It's going to sit in there. They're going to go through them holes. Let's see if we can hit the hole again. Oh, I think I have. It's out there though. What about this one? Yeah, I think I've got that one as well. It's good. That went too easy. That something's bound to go wrong in a minute because that went really easy. Yeah. Right, back off a touch. Back off a touch. That should now move up backwards and forwards as well. So there, that might show it better, so I can go backwards and forwards, backwards and forwards. So what we've got, let's dig out my, this is what we need to fit in here. Now I've got power, so that's going to go underneath there like that, he says. Yeah, that's going in there. Right, I'll tell you what, let's just nail that in place. So that's going to take a space, one of these with a spacer on. Now then, I haven't made it easy, have I? Right, I'm going to have to lay that flat like that. Put that over the top. Try and get the screw in through the spacer. And then we need to hit the hole, which I just did. Well, oh god, that went too easy, too easy. Right, it's got to get worse sometime or other. Right, let's stick another one of these in. Right, so we stick that in there. Just lift it up a touch. Can I lift it up? I'll slacken this off. Right, I've slackened that off. That lifts up. Where has it gone? That goes under there. Grab another screw. Can I get that in there like that? Oh, yeah, that's good, alright now. That's, wow, it says. Now, did I make, oh, right, hang on. I do need to use this one, because this one has to go through that hole there. I don't know if you can, I need to go all the way through that hole. Now, how the hell am I going to get that in there? Yeah, oh, I'm going to unplug these. Just unplug the motors for a minute. Oh, there we go. Right, so what we got? We need to get down inside. So if I use the tweezers, yeah, how do I do that? Maybe I should have glued them in there first. Can I sort of reach? Can I reach with one of these like this? Go in there. Can't see sod all. Oh, have I still got it? Oh, I still got it. No, I haven't got it. Oh, where did that go? There it is. Right. Tip that up. Put that in there like that. And if I look down, get the magnifying glass. Oh, I was going too far. Right. Right, okay, so if I hold that there, let go of it. Right, believe it or not, I think that washer is where it should be. That spacer, should I say, is where it should be. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go down and screw this in and hope for the best. You know what? I think that might have got it, that. Trying to look down inside. Trying to look down. No, if that's got it, it's gone too easy. That went too easy, did that? Right. Will it take? Right. So back off a touch so we can lift it still, and see if we can do the same with the next one. That looks like a decent one. We're going to put a decent one in there because. Right, that's gone in there. Right. Yeah, it's just getting the light in there for me to see. Can't see it so well on this one. is that, if I just go like that, that should be, right, that should be up against this, and that should just up against that edge there. And if I just go in, oh, let's have a look. Right, so if I put my thumbnail there, then we just go like that until my thumbnail is about there. I'm going to guess that's in the right place. Let's see how lucky I am again. Let's get another screw and just put it in and hope for the best. Let's have a look. Mind you, even if I haven't got it in the right place, once I screw that screw down, it's going to clamp it wherever it is underneath there, and it's not going to fall out. Yeah, so I've tightened that one. I've tightened that one. Let's tighten that one. And we'll tighten this one. Yeah. That is... you know, some days things go easy and some days they don't, and that just went too easy. Well, that's that held in place inside there. That's not going to go anywhere, that. So that was a bit of magic, stroke of luck. So let's get the a thing. Right, so I don't want this on. What I want is one of these. Let's just do a check. So right, so a good way to check these with a timing belt. Right, so a good trick, and you're going to know if it fits all right really well. Just doing a little bit of fettling. Just don't like these little spurs that are just hanging off. It annoys me. Right. Oh, I see. All right. Right. I don't know. You see, that was top when it printed, so it was trying to print an overhang, and I don't know if you can see that. Let me just bring it up to the camera, but it hasn't quite. Yeah. Can you see how the? There we go. I don't know. Can you see how the? Because it was printed that way up, some of the printing has dropped there. Can you see it drop there? So I'll just want to fettle that so that the timing belt's going to fit in there. We just need to check that it's going to fit. I think I need to remove just a little bit of the plastic in there. It's dropped when it's moved out there. I think I'll have to use the knife, I think. Ready to slice my finger off. There. Bit. There we go. That's going to sit in there. Yeah, so as I was saying, to check this, what you need to do is to wrap it round like that, and basically these each end should be in on the teeth. And then all you do is, if you press this end here, this should also be in. If it isn't, what will happen is it'll be something like this. Hang on, let's see if I could emulate it. Right, so The teeth are wrong there now. And what would happen is, once you've got these two here in, there, and together, what you'll end up with is a bulge like this. And then you know that the teeth are not correctly spaced. But mine is okay. That's turned out alright. I mean, I've done this before, so it should be right. I know how to do it now. So, yeah, there's that. Oh, if you ever have I don't know if I can get this on camera. If you ever have a long thing and you want to wrap it up, basically just go like this. Got a twist. Yeah. I used to do this with saw blades, you know, for the now I'm on camera, I can't do it now. No, I can't do it when I'm my arms out there. Never mind. But there was a knack. Basically, you sort of send one down like that, and it oh, there we go. Was that on camera? I hope it were on camera. But there we go. That's. I'm going to cut this anyway, so it doesn't matter. Right, yes. So, oh, that's that one, isn't it? Is that the one I've just done? No, it isn't. Was it this one? I've just done one of them. That's the one I've just cut. Let me just check this one. Oh, this one doesn't look so good either. Oh no, definitely there. Right, so that one's fettling there. Just get that one out. Maybe a bit more. Yeah, there. This side looks a bit shit as well. That's not going to fit in there, is it? Oh, it will, but it needs taking out. I need to take all this out. Damn, that's really dropped down as that. Oh, it's coming out alright though. Yeah, there we go. Let's fiddle that out. Let me just check the rest of this. Yeah, maybe a bit more. As long as we leave something to hold the timing belt on. Right, so that's it. Now the size of this, right, and I guessed it because I think I've got the hole right. I might not, I might have to drill it out, but anyways. Let's get this off. There we go. It's maybe, right. Vernier job. I bought a cheap plastic one as well, a cheap plastic vernier, because, well, yeah, less than £2, but it's for when I'm doing measuring components on boards. I don't want to short them out if I've got it live. I tend to do things live. Right, 1.9 that it says. So it's like a 2mm hole. Oh, 1.8. 1.8. Is that a metric? An imperial thing? 0.7 doesn't look like an imperial thing, does it? Tell you what, instead of using this cheap shit, gonna use a small metal one. There we go. let's check that again. Yeah, 2 mil. Better than that plastic cheap piece of shit. So it's 2 mil that. Well, it's 2.01. So right now, 2 mil should not fit a 2 mil. You usually make one hole, the hole bigger or the shaft smaller than the hole slightly. You can't get the same value inside the same value. And you know, if you're not using your calipers, always take the battery out of here. The screen might be off, but the calipers are not off. The calipers do not turn off. All this on-off button does is turn off the screen. That's it. Yeah, the actual microcontroller inside is still running if they've got batteries in. So if you leave it on the shelf for maybe 6 months or something, you can come to use it, it'll be flat. So I'll just take that out. Like I say, I don't use them calipers much, so I always take the battery out. Right, so it's 2 mil. So let's come back to the chocolate drill bits. And see if a 2 mil will go through. Like I say, I'm just reaming it out, and I want to try and keep it parallel to the plastic. Don't want it on piss. I think I'm halfway through now. I was going to go from the other end, but yeah, with it being plastic, you want to try and don't undo it out. You want to try and pull it out. There, like that. That way it'll. Right, so let's just, before I drill the other one, let's just try the motor on there and see what happens. Let's get the good side to the outside. Oh yeah, yeah, that's going to be a perfect fit. That I can use the vise on back of this and this to get it in the right place. So let's just drill this one out. In fact, what I'll do is, to make sure I get that hole parallel, is do a bit from one end and then do a bit from the other. So hopefully once it makes the bit that I've drilled out here, it'll line itself up perfectly. Yeah, like that. There we go. Is that one done? Yeah. Like I say, I know these are chocolate, and that's ionic. I wouldn't attempt drilling metal with these. These is for the plastic and for this hardboard. That's it. All I use them for. They were cheap, and that's why they were cheap, because they're a piece of shit chocolate. Right, so we need to get that on right. So where that's going to fit in there, like that. Oh, what have I done wrong here? Have I cocked this up? Oh, right, hang about. Can you see my mistake? Can you see what I've done wrong? So that's that. And they're opposite way around. So that needs to go that way, and that needs turning. Yeah, so pull that off. And this should fit them. I wonder what I managed to not notice that before now. Well, I've never tried to fit it to something, that's why. So that is that. So turn that way. And that should go back into that hole. Didn't quite get it right. Should go into Got that in the hole. Oh yeah, very short screws. Oh, I think that's I think thread's gone in that. Oh dear. Right, so that's better. So now that should fit like that. And this needs to go so it lines up with that. So yeah, so it should be flush with the edge of that there. So I'll just pause and put these on in the vise, and I'll come back. One moment while I do some magic. Yeah, I should one day get a proper arm for my camera, my phone camera, shall I say. So yeah, I just made them flush with the edge there. So what I did was I put them in the vise. The jaw was touching this end of the shaft, and it was on the face of this plastic. Close the jaws up, and that looks like it's right on the pistons. I don't know if you can see that, but it doesn't look very straight. I've drilled that hole pretty shit, really. I'm just trying to find some pliers or something I can maybe try, and I don't think I can actually. Oh, maybe. Anyways, that's gonna go in there like so. Fits in there now. Stand it on its side so you see. So it goes in there like that. Let's put a couple of screws in there. Yeah, 4. I'm gonna need 4. So that's gonna go, he says, there. Gonna hopefully hit that hole there. Just keep turning it until it hits it. Yep, and start the other one. Yeah, so there we go, that goes in there. That's held in that one in place. So our belt should line up like that. That doesn't look too bad, does it? Yeah. Right. Yeah, that was it. There we go. Just moving that out of the way. Right, and so our other motor magically put the other end on there just by that. So that wants to go on the other side. That'll go like that. Oh, is that? Oh, it's made that end heavy now. That. Oh, mind you, when I put batteries in here, that should be. I wonder if that's going to balance it. Wow. Yeah. Oh, that's going to be all right. That's pretty well balanced, is that? Yeah. Even yeah, I wonder how it was going to be balanced on these two wheels. So what do I do with the other 2 screws? Put them here somewhere. There we go. Put them on this side so we can see what we're doing on here. So let's just stick that on there, and that should go through there. Do up, I'm in camera. Yeah. Oh shit, I dropped it. Yeah. Yep, that one started. Grab the other one. Put that one in there. Yep, that one started. Just make sure it's sat down tight against there like that. And off we go. Snipped that one up. Snip them up. They don't need to be tight, they just need to be nipped up. Right, so that one's going to go there like that. That will be plugged into here like that. I have to do something to shorten these cables or something. I don't know what to do with them yet. Just how long I have them at the moment. So, yeah, something. Maybe do something. Oh, I had a piece of stuff here somewhere. Yeah, here we go. Piece of this. Wonder if that goes around there like that. Well, that didn't work, did it? Can't get used to that balance there. That's power. Needs to be keep it free of these encoders, like. I wonder if I go. Oh, go around them too. Where are we? Stop rolling about. Yeah, right. Right, that goes like that. That goes like that. Sorry if you can't see what I'm doing. I can't see what I'm doing everything either. I'm doing it all by feel. What I'm trying to do is to get that round to there, like that. Yeah, there we go. That's done something. Right. Yeah. Just need a bit of weight on there. Here we go. They've got lead weight. That's about the weight of some batteries. Yeah, so we've got that so far. Right, so what we can do, I've got this to go on. This is going to go on like that. There, for my Arduino, because that's going to talk to this. So that needs some of these little spaces. Oh, I should have done washers for the top as well on these as well, because they're going to go all the way through. Well, luckily, what have we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and there's one under 7. Oh, what's that? Oh no, that's the big one. Oh, there's a load more there, look. 8. Yeah, so now then, do I use a 5mm or do I use... Yeah, because that should go... or should I use the 10mm? Let's try 5. It just needs to hold it on there. I don't need to screw it on much. But actually, it's not going to be... I'm going to use some 10mm. Yeah. There's 1, 2, 3, and 1 more 4. Yeah, I'm going to use 10mm because otherwise it'll just strip that. So 1 will go through there like that. 1 goes in there. Where did that go? Yeah, so that shouldn't fall through now. Like I said, the position of these holes on these things, I don't know what the guy was dreaming when they designed the hole centers of these R3 boards. Bloody stupid size. But anyways, it is what it is. Yeah, can I get that in there? Could be around there somewhere. There, I think it's just fallen in. Can you see what I'm doing? Yeah, I think you can you? No, that's worse. There we go. So, send this all the way through. And we want another one underneath there. one of these on here. Oh, these holes are the right size. And then that in there like that. That on there like that. Have we hit the hole? I think we have hit the hole. No, we haven't. Or have we? Yes, we have. Yeah, there we go. Back off a bit. And one of these goes under there, like that. Falling off. One goes on there, one goes on there. Says well, that's falling out, is that? And, oh no, it isn't. The board's not in the right place. There we go. And then hit the hole. Yeah, we got the hole. Right, so that's in there. Back off a touch. And this one goes under there. This one goes on end of here, like so. Goes in there like that. Hopefully we're in the hole. Yep, there we go. I think it's just hit it. You see, yeah, there we go. Right. So this should, yeah, it's all lined up. Tighten that one. Tighten that one. Tighten that one. And tighten that one. There we go. That's on there, secure now. And look at that. Right, that power's going to go. And what I might do is make a double adapter. So batteries will go in there. Got two batteries. Let me just pause. Yeah, these are the batteries I use. They're a bit. Oh no, they're not too puffed. No, they're not too bad. They're a few years old. These. I don't know when I got them. Usually right on, but is there a date on here? Maybe 25th of the 1st, 21. So what's that then? We're on 26. So they're about 5 years old. They're not too bad. Let me just check. Well, I'll check with Brian, but that's going to fit in there. And that one's going to fit in there like that. So yeah, that is okay. Right, so now it's the timing belt. We need to cut the timing belt to the right size and make some loops. Yeah, how? Right. Yes. What are we on here? We're at 49 minutes now, so I think I might leave the timing belt for another video. Just do a shorter video. Right, let me just pause that and bring up the recad. Right, so yeah, our timing belts we need to put on there now. We need to know how many teeth there are. So this was another reason for where are we? Let's just get a side view. This was another reason for drawing it in because we need to know the number of teeth. We've got an idea, and the reason for getting this close as possible to lining up, which I mentioned in my other video, is so that we make the right size closed loop tooth belt. So if we look at the where are we? Oh, let's just click on right, so this is our timing belt, and I think it's that one. Yeah, that one shows the route of the belt. So I just need to turn back on the motor. So turn the motor back on. So that can show us the teeth going round there. And we've got the teeth going round here. And what I need to do is turn the actual teeth on. Well, where are we? Where's that one? Oh, down here. There we go. So I need that on, I think. That one. That one. Oh, it's there. Timing belt. That on. And that on. Is that right? Oh, let's open them up as well. Oh, right. Hang on. Yeah. They're not selected here. There we go. That's that one. And that one. And that one. There we go. Right. Now we can see them. Don't know why that's grey there. Have I got that too far back? No, it's halfway through. So yeah, so let's count the teeth. Well, I know how many we've got here. Well, I'm going to count them anyway. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 55, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 79, 84, 86, 87, 88. Oh, two fat ladies. 88. Right, hang on. 88 teeth. Yeah, where are we? Yep, my pad. There we go. I shouldn't forget. Right, so yeah, right, where's it gone? Yeah, so 88 teeth. Yeah, and that's bringing us up, basically up to an hour again. So I'm going to leave it with that. Like I say, I try not to make them longer than an hour. So I'll do another video. Basically what I do is I cut it, I splice it. What I'll do is I'll let's see. Oh, I can draw something here. What I'll do is I'll cut halfway down there, it's like that, and then cut a bit like a tooth. So I'll end at a tooth. I might do 3 teeth, and actually sort of go down to there like that. So I might actually do. Let's make them equal. There we go. So I might do like 3 teeth. So what I'll do is I'll go 1, 2, 3 teeth. That needs to finish at the start. It might be like that. But basically what I do is I cut. What I'll do is I'll cut a length which will be sort of 3 teeth longer than what we want. So we need 88 teeth. What I'll do is I'll cut a length, say 83 teeth long. So then what I'll do is I will remove 3 teeth from the end. So I'll cut it like that, cut down, cut like that, removing 3 teeth from one end. But we add them 3 teeth extra, and then I'll cut the other end like that. Well, you can see that it's a splice. And I'll just use super glue. Use super glue to glue it together again. That's what I'm going to do. So there, yeah, that brings it close to an hour now. So until next time, guys, I'll catch you later.